All right, I'm hot again. I'm hot. Okay, so it's hot again because I was lighting some fires for the family to burn my most recent kill. But I told them it was roadkill that I found on the side of the road. So there it is. Hi, Neil. Hello, Dr. M. Hello, Poet Boy. Hi, 3G. 3G, my man. Hey, 3G. The reason I say that is because I see 3G at all the red pill channels. All the red pill channels, there's 3G. He's on. Well, Donovan Sharp isn't really red pill, but I've seen 3G over there. So, and I saw him on a couple of others. So that's why I say. Hello, Hunter. Hi, Aaron, girl. What's up, girl? Hey. I know. I'm sorry. I'm acting stupid. I get it. But I'm just so happy. I'm just in a good mood. Don't say TF over here, okay? Get it together. Hello, old lamb. Welcome. Roadkill, now you're a real American. Did you guys hear? Huh? Did you guys hear about Boeing? Did you guys hear about Boeing? I mean, I know a lot of things have been going on with Boeing, but have you guys heard the most recent news about Boeing? You know that the CEO of Boeing got drilled because he's a CEO of Boeing. So he got drilled, and one of the Congress members drilled the CEO of freaking Boeing, billion-dollar company. He drilled him on how much money he's making as the CEO of freaking Boeing. Tell me how stupid. No, wait. Hear me out. Because there's many people in today's America. I understand that people are struggling. I get it. But there's people who believe that the CEO should not be making money, that the CEO should not be making millions. If you are the CEO of a billion-dollar company, it is appropriate that you make millions. The reason why is that the CEO's salary should reflect the value of the company that they are running. If your company is down at the bottom, but you're making millions, it makes no sense. But the CEO of freaking Boeing, one of the most successful companies to exist, aside from Microsoft and Apple, people are upset because this guy makes $33 million a year. One of the Congress members was saying, so, CEO of Boeing, you had a 45% raise in your salary over the last year. Your engineers are not getting raises in their salaries. They've had a 1% raise over the last couple of years. I guess over the last 8 years. He said, do you think it's fair that you have a 45% raise in your salary, yet the engineers have barely a 1% raise in theirs? Now, keep in mind, you guys, Boeing engineers make over $100,000 a year. So I understand that job is crucial, it's important, but these engineers are not poverty workers. They are not sweatshop workers. They're not working in sweatshops. They're not barely surviving, okay? Boeing engineers are some of the best paid people. It's one of the best paid professions to be a Boeing engineer. So people coming after the CEO of Boeing because he had a 45% raise in his salary. Now, that 45% raise, they were saying you should share that 45% raise with your engineers. My question is this: do people know the job of a CEO? Do they think that the CEO is just rich because they're rich? Let me tell you guys what happened just really quickly, and then we'll move on to a different subject. Okay. I just want to talk to you guys about this because I think it's important to speak about these things because it shows the mentality of us. It shows our mentality today. You guys understand what I'm saying? Where this is where that communism mentality is coming in, where people think that if you work for a company, that you should all of a sudden have part ownership of said company just because you work for it. So I got into a debate in the chat, in the comment section of the Boeing CEO video. Now, the debate went like this. I argue that there's nothing wrong with the Boeing CEO making $33 million a year. The people said that it is wrong. And I said, don't you understand the job of a CEO? That if Boeing the company fails tomorrow, those engineers that work for a Boeing company, all they have to do is get a new job. Yes, they lose a job. Yes, I understand that is heartbreaking, right? It's heartbreaking to lose a job. But you will survive. You will move on. All you have to do is apply to another company and boom, your life is back to normal. Nobody loses anything if Boeing falls, except those that run it. The Boeing CEO loses everything. If Boeing falls, that's their everything. It's not like they can just, oh, well, I'll just get a new job. No, they are in debt. They lose. All of the weight of that company is on their shoulders. The CEO handles much more than just simple engineering. I know the engineers need to get paid, but the engineer only has to focus on the engineering. The CEO has to focus on the financial aspects of Boeing, marketing, employees, insurance, foreign affairs, foreign relations, dealing with the quality product, how to source said quality product, competition. They have a lot to deal with, and it just really irks my nerves. Is that the way I use that term, guys? Irks my nerves. But it really deals my pickle when I see people saying that CEOs shouldn't be well paid if their employees aren't making the same amount as money as them. It's just retarded. I mean, I'm trying to find a better word, but it's retarded. It's retarded. And colleges, universities are teaching young people, they're teaching the youth that is the reason why America is big and successful, is because of greed. Because those at the top make a lot of money and it doesn't trickle down to everyone else. The only thing that trickles down is hard work. If you work hard, but I get it. Like, yeah. There are some people who get things that they don't deserve. I understand. But to say that CEOs shouldn't be paid well just because whatever. Anyway, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing now that I've gotten that little rant out? I'm sorry. How are you guys doing this week? I hope you guys have had a great week. It has been hot across America. It has been hot, very hot. Now, in many places of the western side of the United States, it has been like 105 degrees, 70% humidity, 55% humidity, 33% humidity. It has been hot. We are in the hottest time of the year, and I hope you all are staying cool and doing well. Aaron says it's a good word. Hi, Scorpio King. He says, okay, would any dumb would vote for a woman who never ever reproduced or gotten pregnant? Trump 2024. Vote for a woman who's never gotten pregnant? Huh? Who's up? Wait, who's trying to get elected? What? And why would? Oh, I don't know. First of all, I wouldn't really vote for a woman in the first place, so I don't know. Her reproducing has nothing to do. I wouldn't vote for a woman anyway. I don't want a woman running this country. So sorry, Scorpio King. The woman wouldn't even get that far with me, because I don't care if she reproduced or not. I don't really want a woman running this country. I just don't. I don't. And especially not one that cackles like a hyena. No. Miss Harris? No, she has children. She has children, doesn't she? Doesn't she have children? Wait, I could have sworn she had. 2 daughters. What? Well, you guys know what? You guys see the type of husband that she has. You guys see that husband. He is very simpish. I'm just gonna say the word simpish. He's just kind of simpish. So I don't know. I mean, he's kind of feminine. Maybe he doesn't want kids. Maybe he's saying that he's the one who doesn't want kids. Who knows? You never know with these people. Maybe she thinks that she's doing the world a favor by not reproducing, which actually might be the truth. But who knows? I could have sworn she had kids though. I believe she does. Oh, she doesn't biologically. Oh. So those kids are her husband's kids. Huh. Okay, okay. Well, listen, you guys are asking me if I would vote for her. I wouldn't vote for her even if she did have kids, to be honest. Her motherhood status does not make her more attractive to me to vote for. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, whatever motherhood status she has, I don't care. I'm never going to vote for her. And for that matter, I wouldn't vote for 99.9% of women. So, to me, it doesn't really matter. I don't care. I would never vote for her. But you know what else? But you know what people are saying? The black community. And when I say black community, I mean black women. Because from what I've seen, even on the street, I told you guys last weekend we went on the street, we did our on the street interviews. Every black man that we encountered was voting for Trump or was very based in their views. It's only the black women who are the ones who are so in love with the Democrat Party. They are in love, they're infatuated with it. And you guys know that Kamala Harris is running on this sentence: trust all women. That's what she says. Trust all women. That is the platform that she's running on because she knows that people are stupid enough to vote just because she has a punene. Just because she has a puniti. Just because she has a puniti, women are going to vote for that. And she knows that. She knows that she can win votes solely on that. I just get so, to know that there's women out there who really will vote for this piece of camel meat, I just don't understand. Listen, camel, she just reminds me of camels. And I love camels. I'm Arab, okay? We love camels. Maybe a little bit too much on certain nights. But anyway, we love camels and donkeys and goats. But I cannot with Kamala. I just cannot. She is just preachy. DEI is our strength. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. God damn. Trust all women is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. No, it's not. No, it's not, Yaku. No, it's not. It's not the stupidest thing you heard. I tell you why. Because you know what happened? They are doing the same thing to the Democrat Party that they did with Bernie. I told you guys before. This is just a repeat of Bernie Sanders. So let's all look back on what happened during the Bernie Sanders fiasco, what Hillary did. You guys remember what Hillary Clinton did to Bernie Sanders? Let's all reflect on that. And we can remember what happened then, and we can predict what's going to happen now. Because all this is a repeat of what happened to poor Bernie. Poor Bernie. Poor Bernie. And the thing is, I'm not even a Democrat, yet I said that was messed up what they did to Bernie. And they did it again. And the Democrat Party, hi Mo. Hi Mo, how are you, Mo? Welcome in. And the Democrats are so dumb. Did you know what they said yesterday or this morning? I think it was last night or this morning. They said Trump's lead in the polls is diminishing. His lead is diminishing. Ever since Kamala Harris threw her hat in the ring, now Trump's lead is diminishing. Because people are showing up for Kamala. How do you run a party based on let's just beat the other guy? You're not offering anything to the people. You're not offering new ideas. You're not offering solutions. Hell, you're not even offering security. The most basic thing that Americans could ask for from their president is security, secure borders. You're not even offering that. Did you guys know that America is the highest percent right now? I don't know how to say this. How can I word this? We are at such a high threat right now of terrorist activities happening again, the likes of September 11th, 2001. We have never been this high risk for a terrorist attack since 2000, since year 2000 and year 2001. We have never been this high, but yet this is the time that our borders are blasted wide open, like a prostitute's legs on a Saturday night in Vegas. Okay? Prostitute's legs blasted open on a Saturday night in the middle of Vegas. 7-Eleven, it never closes. That's how open our borders are. You guys know 7-Eleven? 7-Eleven never closed, right? Right? You know the thank you, come again, it never stops. This is what we have right now at our borders. And out of all times for our borders to be porous and unsafe, this is the worst time. Guys, you look it up for yourself. Look it up for yourselves. Don't let me tell you. Look it up for yourself. America is at the highest point right now of security, you could say incompetence, where we are at the point of having a terrorist attack happen again on American turf, yet again. And we don't know whether it's going to be from Iran or from China. The reason why we don't know is because we don't know how many people from how many countries are entering our nation, entering our country right now. We don't even know. That's the reason why we don't even know where the terrorist attack is going to come from. But it is Joe Biden allowed the I think the guy was from Tajikistan. I don't even know how to say the country. You guys understand what country I'm talking about. But they are terrorists from Tajikistan who said specifically, outright, that they are planning an attack on the United States of America. And Joe Biden knew that Tajikistan was saying this. There were two Tajikistani illegal immigrants that were found. Joe Biden ordered that these two Tajikistani illegal immigrants be released. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? He ordered that these two Tajikistani illegal immigrants be released from custody and set free into American soil at a time where we are at risk again for terrorist attack, the likes of September 11th, 2001. I don't understand. It's almost as if they want this to happen. It's almost as if they want us to be attacked. Or maybe the idea is if an attack happens, I propose an idea. Listen, you guys hear me out, okay? One possibility could be this. Come here. So they allow an attack to happen, right? They make all the possibilities available for an attack to happen on American turf again, right? They allow this attack to happen. And the reason why they want the attack to happen is because when an attack happens, they can call for emergency powers, emergency presidential powers. You guys know that when America is under threat or is under attack, the president has, um, I don't know if it's called wartime powers or something like that, but he has more powers than what he normally would have on a regular. So what I'm thinking is that maybe they want an attack to happen. That's the reason why they're making it so available, how they're making it so easy for all these enemies of the United States to come in. And then once that attack happens, they call for presidential wartime power. And that basically locks Congress and makes the president a king for a certain amount of time. It only happens for a little bit. I think it's like, I don't know if it's like 3 months or something like that. But look it up. You guys know, if you look it up, I think it's called wartime presidential powers or emergency presidential power or something like that, you know? So that's what I think could be a possibility of why they are letting these things happen. Because I don't understand why they would allow these things to happen. Why would they allow our enemies to enter our nation like this, knowing that we are at risk? I mean, do you guys have any other, what's another reason why this would happen? You know? So that's what I think is happening. That's what I think. 9 or 17. What the heck does that mean? Martial law kicks in. Okay. Another thing. The Trump attack, you guys already know that because of the Trump assassination attempt, they said that the reason why this happened was because Americans are armed to the teeth. They said, if America was not armed to the teeth, we wouldn't have all this pressure put on the Secret Service. The fact is that Americans are so armed that it makes the Secret Service's job difficult because Americans are armed. These people are so stupid because do they not understand that if somebody wants to assassinate somebody, they don't need to wait until they have a gun? Do they not understand that bombs are a thing? A bomb, I know I shouldn't go into this because me being, I can't really go into this being who I am. I shouldn't really be talking about this. But let's just leave it at this. If somebody really wants to hurt someone, you don't need to wait until you have a gun. So my problem is, why are you continuing to go after the weapon chosen rather than going after the threat? The police are trained to neutralize the threat. And the threat is the person, not the weapon being used. So anyway, whatever. This is the world that we live in. But this is another way that they're trying to push gun control. You guys saw it though. You guys saw, right? It's another way that they're going to try to push gun control. Every time something happens that has anything to do with a pistola, all of a sudden it's time to take away American Second Amendment right to have guns. And what they do is say, assault rifles. What the hell is an assault rifle? An assault rifle. What do they say? An automatic weapon. Do you even know what an automatic weapon means? Do you even know how broad of a term that is? They are just scared of anything that looks scary. AR what, 47s, let's say AR-47s, AR-14s, they all look very scary. So, oh, these are the scary guns. And because they're black, I'm sorry, they're African American. Because we can't say black because that's politically incorrect. We're supposed to say African American. So they're African American AR-47s. Or I'm sorry, AK-47s. God damn. I'm like Joe Biden right now. AR-15. I'm like Joe Biden. AR-15. Do you guys remember when he said that? AR-15? He was like, we got to get the AR-15s off the street. And when he said that, I was like, AR-15? Did they come out with a new one? They came out with a new what? I was like, what? I was like, I need to get that. I need to get that one. We got to get all the AR-15s off the street. Yeah, exactly. AK-15. The AK-15. I'm like, oh my gosh. Why is she talking about guns without her resident gun expert? I don't have a resident gun expert. Pardon me, sir. No. If you're suggesting that you are my gun expert, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, no. 11 Bravo says agree. I agree too, 11. Like, my gosh, these people. Patriot says Joe Biden didn't know anything. It's been Kamala. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't, Patriot. It has been Obama all along. And that's the reason why they want Kamala. Because if Kamala is installed in office, do you guys know what that means? Say it all together. Say it all together, class. Come on. Come on. If Kamala is installed into office, it means together, all together now. Obama. There you go. 4th term. There we go. Good job, class. I knew you guys have been studying. You've been taking your classes. You've been in the books. You guys have been studying. Thank you, class. I know. Everybody gets a gold star for the day. Obama's 4th term. That's exactly what it's going to be. We already know that. AR-15 is an actual. My dad has an AR-10. I've heard of AR-10, but these ones, the most popular ones, AR-15s have been around for longer than I've been alive. And yes, I know it's AR-14s. That's what I'm saying. AR-14s is what he's talking about. No, Kamala. You said Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama will be here VP. You mean their VP? Be their VP, right? Big Mike. Big Mike. We surrender to Iraq. Oh, no. You guys already know. You guys already know. The charts prove that she can't win. 11. We cannot underestimate their cheating power. We can't. You guys remember when we thought that Joe Biden couldn't win either, and he didn't win. But guess what they did? They cheated. And this is the thing that I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the American people not voting for Kamala. I'm worried about them cheating. I'm worried about them cheating to the extent that they force this person into office. And you guys know did you guys see? Oh my God. Okay, wait. Here we go. Did you guys see in the Congress? No, I know it's AR-15. Sorry. I was talking about Joe Biden saying AR-14. But anyway, did you guys know that the Congress had to make a bill to say that illegal aliens or people who are not American citizens cannot vote? And did you guys know that there were like 190 people who wanted to vote that illegals or anybody who doesn't have papers or anybody who's not an American citizen should be able to vote in our American elections? Did you guys know that? Did you guys know? They had to have a vote in the United States of America for what other country can we go to and vote in their national elections without being a citizen of their nation? What other place can we do? Where can we go and do that? How is it that in the most powerful nation in the goddamn world, how is it that this nation puts itself at risk, puts themselves open and out there for the world to just screw us. It's so bad that our Congress had to have a vote. A vote. Wait, how in the fluke does that go? Hold on. Is this thing on? Hello? Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for being here, Democrats and Republicans. I appreciate you all for your attendance here today for this vote. Today's topic that's up for vote: should non-Americans be able to vote in our American elections? Can I get all the yays? Can I get all the nays? Oh, I'm sorry. It sounds too much like a tie. Can you guys believe the fact that we have to have a vote on if non-Americans should be able to vote in the most powerful nation in the goddamn world, because our Congress, our leaders are too poussé to defend us, to say hell to the no. Okay, well, good news, everyone. The good news is that the nays prevailed. The nays prevailed, and it is not allowed. Okay, they're saying that if you are not American, that you are not allowed to vote in our elections. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. But guess what? There were like 190 people who wanted to vote that non-Americans be allowed to vote in our national elections. And my thing is, I want to know the names of those people. I want to know who, I don't understand why it's anonymous, who saw that vote and put yay, non-Americans should vote in our national elections. Who said yay? And whoever said yay needs to be kicked out of Congress. You need to lose your freaking job. And in fact, you should probably lose your citizenship. You probably should lose your right to vote for a couple of years. Because if felons aren't allowed to vote because they're felons, then I think that maybe you shouldn't be allowed to vote either, since you don't know how to be a proper congressperson and defend the country that you promised to defend, the Constitution that you promised to uphold. Since you don't know how to do your freaking job, since you don't know how to be, I don't know, logical, intelligent, smart, somewhat, some type of light going on up there, since you don't know how to do that, get the freak out of the position. You don't belong there. China would not allow us to go to their country and vote in their elections. Russia would not allow us to go to freaking Russia and vote Putin out. You know why? Because they still have a thing called patriotism. They still have a thing called patriarchy. Oh, we don't want to talk about the patriarchy, though, because the patriarchy, well, that's the thing we need to get rid of, because that's the thing that's holding America back. Get these people out. Get them out. I just don't. Oh my God. That's why we really do need some manhood in our leadership, because this is the type of thinking that comes from women. This is the type of thinking that comes from freaking women. And people wonder why I don't want women in power. It's not because I'm evil and I hate women. It's because I know us. I know you, because I am you. I am you. And that's your worst nightmare, women, because I am you. I know you. And that's the reason why I don't want you in power, because you are the ones. This is women thinking. You guys understand this? Women are the ones who have this type of female brain. And the reason I can talk about it is because I have it too. The female brain. Here it is. I don't understand why people should be secluded. I think that it is a right for all of us to vote, because it's a human right. It doesn't matter about if you weren't born in these borders. It's a human right, and every human should have the right to give their say. If they're living in this nation, they should be able to vote. I mean, who are we to tell them that they can't? They have an opinion too, and all of our opinions should be heard. Repeal the 19th. Repeal the 19th. Take it, burn it, rip it up. I fix. You beat me to it. Thank you. Repeal the 19th. And when I say this, hold on. When I say this, I get a lot of pushback because I'll have emails of people emailing me saying, "Well, Amira, if you believe that repeal the 19th so much, then why are you still voting? Why don't you just not vote?" The reason I vote is because these bitches are voting too. If these bitches weren't voting, then I wouldn't vote. But they are. And I'll be darned if we're going to lose just because I didn't vote. But I don't want the right to vote. I want women to not be able to vote. I want men to be the leader of the household and that the men make the vote for the family. Every household gets represented by the man of that household. That's how I believe elections should happen. If we really want to bring America back to logic again, the man of every household will vote for that household. So, how that would work is in our house, my husband would vote for our house. And my husband is definitely voting for Trump. So, our house is voting for Trump. This is whatever household, the Al-Wahbi household is voting for Trump. The Jones household is voting for Trump. The Smiths are voting for Trump, and so on and so forth. Because you guys saw what happened back in 2016 when it was Trump versus Hillary. Many divorces ended up happening. Many marriages failed after that election. And you guys know why? Because women are allowed to vote. And women voted for Hillary and their husbands voted for Trump. And the women hated the fact that their husbands were voting for Trump and they called their husbands misogynist and so on and so forth. And once Trump won, the women couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle their husbands walking around the house as the winner. So divorces happened. And those divorces would have never happened if we did things the way I said that we should do them. Have the man vote for the household. Man of the house votes for the household. That's it. But the reason I vote is because if these Democrat women are still voting, we as Republicans, we as right wingers, we as conservatives need as many votes as we can get. So I will be putting in my vote just because we're allowed to vote. I don't want to. I want, and you guys know that if men were allowed, if men were, oh, here's a better way to put it. Before women were allowed to vote, politics were much more logical. They weren't run with emotions and they weren't popularity contests like they are today. The men who were up for election knew that they were speaking to other men. They were speaking to men who ran their families. They were speaking to heads of households. They were speaking to all taxpayers. They were speaking to business owners and mechanics and plumbers and electricians and people who contributed. They knew that they had to come correct because they were speaking to other men and only men. But when women were allowed to vote, what happened? The elections started being more geared to emotional issues. You get the woman's vote by catering to her emotions. You talk about how the poor single mother, you talk about the sympathy that you have for the single mother struggling. This is how you get the woman to vote for you. And you know, the single mother struggling argument is garbage. It doesn't mean shit. It really doesn't. So you get women to vote for you for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm gonna open up the panel. I was gonna say the chat, but I'm gonna open up the panel tonight because why not? I just want to have a nice little chit chat with all of you tonight. I haven't opened up the panel in months, so I'll open it tonight for about 25 minutes or so. The link is in the chat. Mods, please, when you get the chance, please repost the link to the stream as often as you remember to do so. And Manuka, exactly. Women voted for Trudeau because of how he looked. Because a lot of women think that Trudeau is I'm sorry. That was just a violent reaction to people think that women think that Trudeau is attractive. Woo. But then again, they have the same reaction when I say that Trump is attractive. If I say that Trump is actually an attractive man, a lot of the liberal women are like, ew, he's gross, orange, ew, his hair isn't real, he's fat, he has a belly. Like Trump, whether you like it or not, he is an attractive man. He's an attractive man. He's tall. Isn't that what matters the most? You got to be tall. Trump is like, what, 6'3", 6'4"? Yeah. And Trump, and I don't know, like... Sorry. Suka, you better not. I better not ever. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys don't even know what I'm talking about because every time something happens, I gotta yell at Suka. Yes. Most of all, he is manly. Zealot, where have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. Zealot. That is the thing. Okay. Wait. Okay. Did you guys see how Justin Trudeau sits when he sits in a chair? Have you guys seen how he sits in a chair? Wait. I don't have a chair to sit on to show you guys. Wait. Let me think. Okay. Anyway, Trudeau, when he sits in a chair, he crosses his legs like this one. And then you can see his socks. I see you, Savage. I see you. He sits in his... Hi, hold on one second, Savage. But he sits in a chair and he crosses his legs. And then you see Trump. How does Trump sit? He sits with his legs open. I can do it because I'm wearing a dress. He's like... Suka, you better not take a picture of me like this. Don't. You better not. Okay? I'm just doing a demonstration. If I were a man, I would love to be a man. Oh, I want to be a man so bad. If I were a man, I would be so freaking masculine. You men are so lucky to be men. I want to be a man so bad. I would just be like, man, if I were a man, no, Savage, don't laugh at me. Wait. Listen, I'm onto something. Because listen, if I were a man, I would be the most misogynistic. Listen, I'd probably go around backhanding women left and right. I'd probably be in jail. If I were a man, I would, I wish I were a man sometimes. And not in a faggot way, okay? Not in that type of way. I'm not saying like I want to be a transsexual or anything like that, but it's just something about it. Like sometimes I have envy of men, you know? I see my husband sometimes the way he like walks around and he's just like, douche. And it's like men don't have to really care about being delicate or being soft or whatever. They're just like, you know, and I just wish I could do that. I wish I could spit in public. You know what I mean? I wish I could just like Hawk 2, not that Hawk 2, not that Hawk 2. Oh my God, never mind. That sounds wrong. Savage, stop laughing. Savage, stop laughing at me because I forgot that was. It's a meme, and listen, that's not. Suka, you better not. Suka. But anyway, I wish I could just spit in public. I wish I could. I wish I could. I wish I could have a beard. I wish I could have facial hair. I'm serious, Savage. No, look at Savage. He's like, oh. I'm like, no, seriously. I wish I could. You want to know why? Because women, we can't cover up our double chin. If we have a double chin, it shows. Watch. Like, I don't really have one, but if I did, I could. Yeah, whatever. But women, we can't do that. Men, you guys can cover up your double chin. You can cover up half your face, and it's just, I just want to know how that feels. I want to be able to pee on something. You know what I mean? If I could just like it would just like keep it. That's like a powerful thing, right? You're able to like
You are going to so get clipped this time.
No, Suka wouldn't dare. Suka, you wouldn't dare, would you? You wouldn't dare.
Suka's not the only one watching.
All I'm saying is, you men, you guys don't understand. Do you guys know how comfortable your guys' clothes are? Men clothes are so comfortable. Yes. You guys wonder why women keep stealing your clothes?
Because they smell good like us. And also they're nice.
Wait, I'm going to mute you guys because there's an echo. Hold on really quick. I'm going to mute you guys just because there's an echo really quick. But guys, women's clothes are so and you guys wonder why women are in a bad freaking mood? Because we have fabric up our culo. You know the line that you have in the back? You know the line between the two cheeks? We have fabric up there. Okay? It hurts. And it's annoying. And then we have these wires. We have these wires around our chest, right? These wire things around our chest, and they're so tight, and it's so tight, and then like when you like bend over, it's like poking the side, like right here, just, and then don't let me get me started on the shoes, and then the shoes, and then the toes, and then I you guys don't understand, and God forbid we're on our period, because then it's even worse, and then it's just blood and guts everywhere, and it's just so violent, and then it's you guys don't understand what we go through. That's all I'm saying, and I wish I could have. Leave me alone, 3G. Leave me alone. This is turned. This is turned. Oh my God! Listen, wait. This is. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now. You guys go ahead. Change the subject.
Oh, sorry, I've been laughing this whole time. It's been great. Up our cool.
I'm glad you find humor. I'm glad you find humor in our suffering.
I do.
But you guys wonder why women are in such why are women such bitches? Why are they so? Because we have to, and then we're going through all this stuff, and then we gotta act like, oh hi, how's it going? We have to be bubbly, and then all this stuff is going on with us, and then you guys don't understand.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's because clothes are comfortable.
Men clothes actually are made for humans. It's made for you guys to be able to move in it. You guys can move in your clothes. You guys can sit down and Frost, go to the naughty corner right now. Go, Frost, go. I've had enough of you tonight. I've had enough of you for the whole month. Go, Frost. No, Aaron. Okay, Aaron's a girl. Listen, I don't have many girls here, but Aaron's a girl, aren't you, Aaron? Women are oppressed by our clothing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gender dysphoria is real here. You guys hit my Cash App up to help me get some men clothes. Like, cash at me so I can get man clothes. No. Amira Biden, stop. Frost. Okay. Anyway, guys, how are you two doing? Semi-Yell and Savage. How are you guys doing? Savage, you've been looking at me like you're looking at a freaking alien this whole time. Listen, I'm not an alien. I'm a human.
It's a tough line to follow.
Frost has been sitting here looking at me like, am I looking at this thing? Is it real? Is it not? Savage. I'm real. I'm a human. I just. Are you guys voting for Kamala?
I
Are you
think you
voting for
should run.
Kamala?
I think you should run for Congress. You were up there saying women shouldn't be involved, and I've been watching you for years now, and all you do is opinionate, and you do it in a way where I think you should run. I think you'd have a giant support mechanism just based off of your daily relay. They'd all they got to do is team it up together, and have been like every day for all your relays would have been Amira for representative, Amira for senate, or whatever. Yeah, I think like seriously for have you only not spent years on the relay? So I don't know, just something to consider throwing it out there. So I've been like, one up.
Savage.
I think the power would go to your head.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
think Amira can handle it. Look, like she's been out there on the daily, like grinding to try to get the opinions filtered. So be a strong, like female Muslim candidate, right? Is that if I got it right? In which
That
case,
doesn't exist. No, but Savage, listen, I appreciate that so very much because it really does go to my head. Like Samael said, it really does. But let me tell you, I tried. I tried to get into something at the school board. I tried to get into the school board, right? And when I did, they recognized me from my channel. And I got not booed out, but they were making it so I wasn't able to be there by saying, "Oh, this I've seen her channel. Have you? If you guys don't know who she is," they started pulling up my channel on their phones. They started talking to each other and saying how racist I was and so on and so forth. So they have seen me, and I wasn't. I just think that I'm not able to. I think my channel has ruined my chances of doing anything.
I think you have good chances. Just based on the fact that your relay is a standard stream and down to earth. And so I agree with you that with the way mainstream is, they can cut and paste and clip your history to use it as quote firepower because you have such a long history online. But as long as you have because politics, a lot of people lie. So I think that you would build a fan base that as long as you maintain being the same Amira, you the same, then that's what will help defeat the haters. That you might have a fan base based on you're the same you, so expectation of relay how to use the same. Then it's more like everything you're saying, the pretty face versus this is more the confidence. You're almost like, I wish I was a man like the confidence, but we're just saying, well, you have the face, the history, the online, the time, the down to earth. So maybe more just all you needed was like the Amira for Senate and been like, you'd have my vote and my backing. I'd be able to help you out. I just felt like it's only if it's something you've been interested in. And probably someone would have to coach the relays, like you said, so that it wasn't backwards talk being cut and pasted against you. But this is just how much motivated or dedicated you are to how much. I think it's been 6 years now how long I've been filtering the relays. So you have a long stream time of opinionated relay. So it was kind of like one of those things like shout out Amir, been like one up, one up.
That's that's very. I mean, that's a lot more than I was expecting today. Um,
Well, I was more expecting more about the Kamala and the Trump assassination and all that craziness, but since the way that it started and played through, I just throwing it out there.
Thank you, Savage. I mean, you kind of did spark my motivation again to actually want to try again. Because you're right. I mean, people are tired of being talked to like they're kindergartners. They want to be spoken to like real. They want to be able to relate to somebody. That's why Trump is so popular. So maybe you're right. Maybe I should try again. You know, I did kind of give up with it for a while. I was because that day when that happened, I came back to you guys, and do you guys remember that stream? And I came back and told you guys that I got kicked out of the school board, and it kind of made me feel bad. It did actually pull me down a little bit, where I felt a little bit defeated. Like, I'm not going to be accepted anyway. Might as well just not try again. But yeah,
Well, don't be afraid to try. I think you would do well.
thank you, so much. Do you have anything that you want to talk um, about the subject?
You mean about Congress, or you mean about Trump executive and like assassination, or you mean more like the Kamala's weak polls, or
Listen, Savage. Listen, there is so much. Take your pick. Take your pick.
I'm more irritated on what the investigation for the Trump shooting looks like, and so the Miss Chittle stepped down as Secret Service with saying nothing the whole time and kind of like relaying it was Mayorkas, and then the police force, basically, as I'd watched their interview, were saying that they chased the gunman and he had at least 3 minutes while having been chased by gun to just shoot at the president. Kind of didn't add up. Then we had the FBI come in the next day, and the whole day, all I got was confirmation that they found a ladder that was there, but he climbed the pipe, and it wasn't the ladder. It was like the big breakthrough. So to me, some of this review is pretty ridiculous. As much as, I watched Trump today was up there with Bitcoin. I saw Bitcoin was back in it, and so I think that's a shout out to Satoshi, the guy on Bitcoin there for sure. So
Yes.
get that one out there.
Yes.
But
he
the
went
way
under
that
another name. He went under another name for a while. It was like Tatoshi or something like that. He hid himself. But yes, same guy, Satoshi.
yeah. So then just comes the polls. So this whole Kamala thing, as you were spotting it, what I saw in the last interview was the Trump shooting is the most watched video in history.
That's right.
I mean, in terms of timing for polls, where there's only 100 days left, it's not any guarantee, and it could be people can cycle through to watch it a million times over for how much is being played everywhere. But you can't change the fact that his name and his face in the video is the #1 watched video in history. So when it comes to polls, like, am I going to believe the whole media is really on the pollings? I mean, I did all the math on the statistics so they can kind of leverage depending on how they use polls on Relay. But to me, it looks like Trump's got this one pretty locked up. Like, unless there's some weird thing where he gets shot or some weird change for Democrats where they have huge funding bursts and it's because of swing states. Like you said, this quote, cheating. When it comes to the real view here, to me, like I was telling you, pretty much locked in that with all those views, it's going to be hard to argue otherwise that he doesn't come in with the win on this upcoming. So, I mean, that's kind of what I expect. And then he's got to switch out Vance, got to get rid of Vance.
That video, I've watched it again and again. I've watched it in slow motion and reverse. I have watched that video and tried to analyze that video, and I'm sure many other people have been doing the same. Just anybody, any couch detective, any regular old couch detective is doing the same thing, because if you watch that video, what you do is you watch it, you put it in slow motion, and each time you watch the video, you focus on one separate person, one individual at a time, their reactions, and then you start the video over again, and then focus on the person next to him. Watch the whole video in slow motion, and do it again and again and again until you can figure out who looked suspicious, who looked weird. That's the reason why they found that one lady who was part of the FBI who was behind him with the black glasses. You remember her?
Yes.
And she had her phone in her hand, kind of. She was looking, and then when it started happening, when all the action started happening, she, instead of ducking down and fearing for her life, she stood up and put her phone up.
Started filming.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not a natural reaction. That's not a natural reaction to something like that happening.
I think these things happen so quickly that it sounded maybe like fireworks, so she didn't know what's going on, was my assessment. And so because it was like fireworks, pop, pop, and maybe the phone was seeing the president drop, so immediately start to film, like not really sure what happened, as much as I think at that point someone in the stadium would have already been dropped. You see what I'm saying? Like that guy that we lost and the other two that were injured, that's at the timing that she's like pulling her phone out to start filming. So I don't think that she was aware of everything that happened,
No,
until
the reason
maybe afterwards.
Savage, no, I'm going to disagree with you. The reason I disagree with you is because when everybody else saw the president dip down, everybody else in unison dipped down, following his lead, because then they understood that something was happening and that he was in danger, because people automatically saw the blood on the president.
I mean,
President
so then
started
there was
shaking.
assessment. Who do I think knew about it maybe in advance? To me, my understanding is like they were tracking the shooter for like 58 minutes prior or 57 minutes. They said he's
58.
suspicious.
Mhm.
26 was they're supposed to be in movement to find him. And then we're saying at like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, like they were chasing him to the climbing on the roof where this officer falls off the roof. And then he's got 3 minutes to lay down to have shot him. So I thought the fail takes place like prior, the whole leading up to the shooting. How there's a whole hour that they all knew. Same with the guy that had the red hair and was saying we were pointing him out from the stadium. I almost felt like once the gunfire went out, then counter sniper does one bullet, shoots him real quick, and then all the guys come running in and got him out there. Trump out of there. What looked like protocol for Secret Service. And I agree with you that when we look at the audience, the background, there was a lot of weird reaction. Like I saw the one guy who stood up and he was like doing his whole look. He didn't even care that the rounds were going off. And like you said, I saw people dive, and then I saw she just pulled her phone out. It was kind of a weird multi-reaction out of the background and different than an hour in advance.
But that's the thing. And yeah, exactly, Aaron. It sounds like some people knew it was coming. And there's two reasons why people could have known it was coming. One, because they saw, okay, Carrie, I see. One, because they saw, one because they actually saw that gunman up there, so they knew it was coming anyway. But then number two is that I think it was a conspiracy. I think people knew, because there is no other reason why the Secret Service, one of the most elite teams of security, this is an elite team of security. And these people are like spies. These people are like, this is what you see like 007 type of people. This is them. So you're telling me this elite team of security is going to allow this to happen on their watch without this being a conspiracy? I doubt it. I don't believe it. Okay, Carrie, I'm bringing you on. Hi, Carrie.
Hey, actually, I owe the Pride an apology from the day you had that stream. I put somebody in timeout for talking about bits and pieces of this conspiracy stuff, because it was literally the first time I heard. I think she said that they had been tracking him for 5 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever. I put that lady in timeout for that because I didn't realize that was real information. So I'm really sorry. I apologize. I'm done. Kick me backstage again.
Good. I was gonna kick you out anyway. I was already tired of you talking. I'm just kidding, Carrie. I'm joking. No, but Carrie, I don't. What was the lady's name? Do you remember?
I do not. I do not.
You don't? Okay. Well, anybody who was kicked out accidentally, that's Carrie's apology to you. Sometimes even Carrie messes up, because Carrie's slacking sometimes, and he's not the brightest of. I'm just kidding, but Carrie, be careful, because sometimes I know you. Because Carrie, he's always on the lookout for trolls. He's always on the lookout for people who are just aiming just to say something, to stir something, so it happens, and I hope the Pride is forgiving enough to understand that it's not personal. So anyway, well, I'm gonna get going. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a rest. I do want to sleep. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about before I go?
that I'm not voting for Kamala. This is something that I think needs to be said about Kamala Harris is that there's been a lot of stuff razzing on her for, obvious reasons. The heels up thing, how she got into office in the first place, the fact that she's lied about her race, the fact that she sounds like Ed the hyena from The Lion King when she does a press conference. All of that is stuff that, yeah, it's true and all that, but that's what she does. She does. But that's not what we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on the fact that when she was in public office in California, all 4 offices, when she's been as VP here, and nothing that she's actually done has been anything less than Marxist. That's what we should be focusing on. Her record and the fact that she wants to turn us into a commie hellhole, just like her masters do. So just putting that out there. And yeah, she sounds like Ed the hyena. The crazy one that doesn't talk much but just giggles.
Can you just not, really, you just listen to my, you haven't spoken the whole night. And then just the moment he starts talking, it's just like roasting. You just came in and started roasting. I mean, at least let me get my marshmallows out before you start roasting. Jeez.
Am I wrong?
No, but that's what makes it so brutal. Right, Savage?
So true.
So.
And one up. Good job.
Well, that's all I got.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. And have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you, Savage, for showing up.
Well, I appreciate you hosting me.
Don't be a stranger.
I told you I've been like Amira for Senate and been like, I got your back.
Thank you.
If you so choose, you let me know. I've been like, so then we get to see you on C-SPAN, and then we get to see you on the news, right? Like we're gonna get to see you all over, and then you'll be able to take what it is you give to us here and be blast it, right? Just blast it.
I have to edit. I have to learn how to edit myself a little bit more before before Samael. I didn't ask you for.
there's some agreements, but it's true. I think that you've been able to dominate with just maybe a little edit for sure.
Just a little bit, not much. I mean, there's only
keep it raw. Yeah, Amir raw. Absolutely, you gotta keep it raw. Yeah.
There's only just a small things that I need to edit. Most of what I do is good though. So, thank you guys. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and don't be a stranger. Like I said, come back. And I'll open up the panels more again. I haven't had the energy more recently because summertime, as you guys know, I get depression. So my summertime depression just makes me want to sleep. So
it's the heat.
Yeah, it's the heat, and it's also the sun because I try to avoid the sun as much as possible. I hate the sun, so yeah.
Indeed. Well, have a great night, Brad.
Have a great night. See you guys. Bye, Savage. And thank you all for joining me tonight. It has been a pleasure as always. Summer is almost finished. So the weather change should be coming in about a month or so. And I am so looking forward to it. And so, Fix, you're still here? Fix, you usually leave halfway through. I'm surprised you're still up. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. And it's not even an early stream tonight. It's actually pretty late. But thank you. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. Pretty much the ones that are here right now have been with me since the beginning of the stream. So I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you guys for staying the whole stream with me. You spent your whole Saturday evening with me, basically the whole hour. Have a great rest of your Saturday. I'm not going to take up more of your time. I appreciate you, and I will see you all on the next one. And with that, I yield my time. Good night, everyone.